Guys, can you see and hear me? Hello everyone. I am very much audible now and visible. There was a wrong stream wala thing. Somehow it got overlapped. कुछ ऐसा हुआ था. Anyway, forget all that. All's well that ends well. Cheer up. I'm here and I'm happy to see you all there. Thank you so much for waiting up for me. All right, everybody, क्या हाल चाल है? How's it going at your end? बताओ मुझे. How's everything? I know, Sneha, I know. You have been waiting. Thank you so much. There was a glitch. Resolved now. Everything is cool. हाँ शुभ्रदीप, एक्चुअली आई वाज रीडिंग द चैट्स. मैंने देखा एक फिजिक्स वाला का कोई आकर के एमबीए वाला का कोई यहाँ पे चमचा आके ढूंढ रहा था. फिर यश मोनकर जो है पिटाई के अपने चांसेस बढ़ा रहा था कि मैम बेकार रीबस बना रही हैं. आज के जो रीबस है ना उसमें अगर यश की तरफ से एक भी जवाब आया या स्माइल किया यश ने तो सीधा उसको उठा के डिफेनेस्ट्रेट कर देना. 13 VARC, Veda Mitra, that's great. Ashutosh, Babita, everybody, good evening, guys. Chalo, since we have already lost about 10-15 minutes, I am going to make up for it. Let's start now. This is day 6. Day 6 of your countdown. So, all of you please remember this. Now we have only September ka last 10 days. So, in essence, we have only October and November left, 2 months. Right? अभी ये 10 दिन तो यूं ही छींकते, खांसते, नहाते, धोते खत्म हो जाएंगे. So 2 महीने बच गए हमारे पास 2 months में. If you are feeling frazzled, क्या करूं, कहां से स्टार्ट करूं, कहां से रिवीजन करूं, क्या करूं, just put your heart and soul and head and everything into this countdown for VARC, because in this I'm taking up a lot of PYQs. उसका भी प्रैक्टिस हो जा रहा है आपका, ठीक है? PYQs and mirror, just to help you understand the pattern, recognize the style, recognize the passage types and all, ठीक है? So just do this. सब कुछ की प्रैक्टिस इसमें हो जा रही है. RCVA everything. Okay? Those of you who are still struggling with RC need to go and do at least 15 to 20 sessions of RC 100, the playlist that's there on this same channel. Okay, Ayushman Biswal, that's what I said. Material khatam nahi karna hota hai. You have to select, you have to prioritize. Yeah? 12 to 52 in 2 weeks. Adrit, reading अगर नहीं हो रही है साथ में अद्रित तो ये सब ना illusion है. Collapse हो जाएगा किसी दिन. So besides my classes and techniques and strategies and tips and tricks and whatever, you have to do your daily reading simultaneously. Okay? Chalo. All right. So, what are we doing today? Agenda is 12 questions. Okay? 12 questions, 56 to 67. So the first few questions are, I think, RC type का questions and the next few are para completion. अभी देखते हैं क्या है. चलो पहले तो ये solve करो जरा, everybody. ये हमारा warm up होता है, आपको पता है ना? Everybody except Yash. Para Jumbles is getting on my nerves. So you get on Para Jumbles' nerves, Bhumi. Paris, good evening, Paris Joshi. Yes, fishing, it's a saying. Tejaswini, we are just starting. There was some glitch, some overlap of stream key and all. So Tejaswini, we started about 12 to 14 minutes late. And now we are just rolling further. Fishing, yes, it is fishing, but it's a saying. I'll give you the blanks. There are 3 words, okay? Dash, dash, dash. दाने डालना, no. Tawfiq, good evening. Catfishing, no. What are these? ये क्या है? Tell me. Namaste Karthikeya. Yes, Mrigank. Yes, so what is this? Ha, Babita, I know. And so are you. Yes, Ayushman Biswal, you got it. These are compliments. Well done, Biswal. And he's fishing. Yes, Sejal. Fishing for compliments. You know, you try to be like, oh, no. Oh, you thought of me. Oh, no. I don't deserve all this. Oh, you're just fishing for compliments. Right? Okay. Chalo. Now, over to the first set. 56 to 62. What are we doing here? This is a GMAT passage, 700 level. Arithro, are you there? You had requested me to bring some GMAT passages in this series. Haha, yes, seriously, huh? Okay, so this is one GMAT passage, 700 level. Objective is what? Yes, objective is what? To understand multiple types of question stems. There are 7 to 8 questions. Kitne hain ye jitne bhi? 56, okay. 7 questions, I think. Right? So, all questions are of different types. Your brain will get a lot of exercise. Yoga bhi nahi. Isme to aerobics ho jayega. Okay. So, let's get down to this passage. It's a very cat-like passage. The questions and options are like things that will help you in your practice days. Okay? Alright, chalo. So this is the passage. Talks about personal names. Are generally regarded by European thinkers in 2 major ways. How big is the passage? 2, 3, 4. 4 paragraphs. Okay, and then we have the question. Right? We are going to do some organized reading for the passage. This is the 3rd para. This is the 4th one. Get on, guys. Yes, everyone. Roll. Among the Hopi, okay, you know that the last 2 lines are important in the first para. Done, very good. Then the second para also talks about Hopi. Birth, entry, okay, a name might translate to something as simple as little rabbit, which reflects both the child's size and the representative animal. Alright. So personal names, this is talking about personal names with the help of an example, a clan example, that is Hopi. Right? Philosophy and linguistics, proper names are meaningless marks set upon persons, okay. Right? Now, next one. More often though, this catches my attention. Do not read too much over here. You can do vertical reading like this. ठीक है? Tiny imagist poems. Done. And the last para. Please read this. Now, before we move on to question number 1, I need to know the hero and main idea of this passage. Batao. Hopi, yes. Naming in Hopi clan. Okay. Personal names. Yes, Aman. Hopi is important in the passage because the entire passage discusses Hopi naming system. Yes. Karan, hero is personal names and Hopi. Got it? From the last para, Tejaswini and Biswal and Rigank and Karan, we understand this view of Hopi names is opposed to Mill's claim. Mill का क्या claim था? Personal names are without inherent meaning. Levi Strauss का क्या था? Purely functional characterization. Then the last two lines are telling us, must understand, this is what the author believes. Hopi clan structures and linguistic practices in order to understand the beauty and significance of Hopi names. Clear? The flow of the passage is so neat. Look at this. Yeah. Example of Hopi, two philosophers before that, Levi Strauss and Stuart Mill. Then Hopi ka introduction here. Hopis receive several names in a sequence of ritual, and then they explain that you don't need to read all that. Abhi. The name giver has in mind a specific event. Then one lizard clan and something kuch extra leke aaya, badger clan. Look at the names of the clans. Okay, Western Apache place, and then the conclusion. Done. Ho gaya? Chalo. Question number 56. Get started with this. Passage's main point. We are doing the questions in a sequence because all the questions are very, very good. Process of elimination, guys. Yes, Tejaswini, good. Come on, you eliminate, I'll take you back and then you save your answer. The last few lines here. Last bit. Okay. Chalo. I'm sure you'll be able to pinpoint your answer now. One more time, the last para. Done. What's your answer? Tell me and then save it. पूछ इसलिए रही हूं ताकि थोड़ा जोश बना रहे. Arithro and Ria, what's the answer? Okay. All right. Save it. So you guys are saying D. Most of you. All right. Question 57. The author most likely refers to Western Apache place names in order to. Okay. What type of question is this? Theory example. We come across these questions in CAT passages very often. He refers to this, he mentions this, he cites this example. Why? Okay. Western Apache place names. Go back to that. Done. First round of reading is over, and that's enough. Very doable. I'll take you back. Always remember, for a theory example question, you also need to check the introductory line of the para. Okay. Tiny imagist poems. This works beautifully in this question. Done? Okay, so you guys are going with B or C. Okay? All right. Chalo. Next. Example of the function accorded to personal names under Levi-Strauss's view. This is what? An application question. You see this, some parents, some parents, some parents, some family names. Correct? Which of the following describes an example of the function? Levi-Strauss के हिसाब से personal names का function क्या था? Go back, oh, here. In Anthro, Claude Levi-Strauss's characterization as being primarily instruments of social classification has been very influential. Instruments of social classification. Okay. So we are done with this. We are done with this. We are doing this. Hi Sachin, good to see you. Hope you are doing fine. Application question means, Shubhradeep, you go back to that particular portion, read his concept and then come back and look for a similar example, या जिसको हम analogy कहते हैं. Right? Are we done? His was what? Social classification. So go back to the question and simple POE. So what's your answer? What should I note here? Occupation, bearer's occupation जिसका नाम है, honor of friends or famous people, reflects the child's looks, impersonal sources such as books. Okay, we are done. Okay, so you guys are going with D or B. Okay. Chaliye, okay. Shubhradeep, move on. Next one. The primary function of the second para. This is para organization flow question. Why has he written the second para? How is it connected to the rest of the passage? I'll take you back. This. Thus, a name might translate to something as simple as this or whatever. Sequence of ritual initiations. Okay. And the third para, first line. 59. Done. Back once more. Sequence of ritual initiation, several names, okay? Okay. Okay. What answer should I save here? You guys are going with B? पहले तो you have to see this present reasons. Support the claim, argue, illustrate ways. Done. Next. Based on the passage, with which of the following statements about Mill's view would the author be most likely to agree? John Stuart Mill, correct? Go back and check quickly. He said they are meaningless marks set upon persons to distinguish them from one another. Okay? Options. Process of elimination. I'll take you back one more time. Personal names are generally regarded by European thinkers in two major ways, both of which deny that names have any significant semantic content. In philosophy and linguistics, this person's formulation that they are meaningless, okay, retains currency. You see this? Then anthropo, Levi Strauss ka aa gaya. Cool? Okay. I'm left with two options and then I decide. So what should I mark for this? Bolo. D, A, okay, B. अरे इतने सारे सारे options. Okay, चलो next. Come on, guys. It can be inferred from the passage that each of the following features of Hopi personal names contributes to their poetic quality except true, 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 false. You see this? Each of the following features, personal names, poetic quality, you have to look for this. How will you handle this question? बताओ मुझे. I'll take you back. Keywords, yes, Aritro. That's the best way to do this question. Furthermore, images, Hopi names can be seen as a type of poetic composition. Suggest that, okay, so poetic I can see here, right? Then here, combining characteristics, translate something as simple. Done? उसके बाद तो lizard वगैरह वाला आ गया है clan, है ना? Do you see here? Equally important though is their poetic quality. They do several things simultaneously. Right? I would read here as well. They can be understood as oral texts that produce aesthetic delight. Done? Okay. So we are done with this. Now this. Remember, we are looking for one false. Correct, guys? Done? What answer should I record here? D. Okay. Chalo, you save your answers. 62. The author's primary purpose. This is the last question of this set. Writing the passage. We have already done main idea. Okay, primary purpose now. Present an anthropo study. Propose a new theory about the origin of names. Criticize two influential views of names. Describe several competing theories of names. ये तो हो गया थोड़ा tricky. Now primary purpose is main idea plus the first line of every other paragraph. Okay. What is his intention? Present something, propose something, criticize something, describe something. पहले तो ये देख करके eliminate होगा. Okay. I'll take you back. Check the main idea and the first line of every paragraph. Names, importance of names. Then Hopi receive several names in a sequence of ritual initiations. Okay. Then more often though the name giver has in mind, okay. Hopi personal names do several things simultaneously. They indicate social relationships, okay. Done? Go on, guys. Eliminate now. What answer should I record here? Dudes? Mrigank says A. Others? A. Okay. Chalo. I'm going to show you the answers once again. Shubhradeep says D. Okay. I'll show you all the questions once again and then I disclose the answers. You do your scoring. Now, so many questions are there. If you're not sure of one or two questions, don't mark your answers. Okay? Try to maintain accuracy. So this will teach you how to refrain from marking every answer, every question. Aata ho chahe na aata ho, tukke maar denge. So, summary, main point. Western Apache in order to theory example question. Example of the function, so this is application question. Primary function of the second para, organization and flow question. Okay. Mill's view, specific, inference. Following features, poetic quality, connected to poetic quality. Again, this is para-specific. True, false, para-specific. Right? And the last one, primary purpose. Chaliye. Can I disclose the answers now? Are you all ready? So there were what? 7 questions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct. Let's see your score out of 7. Please maintain accuracy. Alright, okay. That's the answer sheet. DBDD ADC. D, B, D, D, A, D, C. Shivang, well done. That's the kind of accuracy I want. 5 upon 5, well done. 5 upon 6, Ronak, 5 upon 7, Mark 3, okay, Wi-Fi की वजह से, okay, मुझे एक बार लगा वाइफ की वजह से, मैंने कहा अच्छा, okay, 6 upon 7, Mrigank, nice. Alex, accuracy बिगड़ गई. इसमें yes, this was C. Now listen. Why was it like, criticizing wala? I'll tell you. Because even in the end he mentions their names. Bhai, tell me one thing. If he had mentioned them only as examples, the two people, if he had mentioned them only as examples, he would not have brought their names up again in the last para. ये तो पूरी रामायण खत्म करके फिर लेके आ रहा है. Okay, this view of Hopi names, this view, right? One view is thus opposed not only to Mill's claim, okay, but also to this, right? Interpreters must understand this in order to discern the beauty and significance of Hopi names, right? So I'll take you back to this question. Dekho, primary purpose in writing the passage. Now, present an anthropological study of Hopi names. No, in the end he proves something. Pura dikha ke Hopi ka, then he says thus, this view is different from both Stuart's and वो जो भी था दूसरा, उसका view. Apache. नहीं, जो भी था, यार क्या था, कौन था वो? Mill, Stuart Mill and the other person. Right? So he says in the end, thus it is different from that. So just a study of Hopi names? No. He had a purpose. He had an intention, a motive. He was doing something. This is out. Propose a new theory about the origin of names. Okay, criticize two influential views of names, describe several competing, next eliminated. Several competing किधर है भाई? एक होपी है, बाकी उन दोनों का है. Correct? Now, I'll tell you something. Propose a new theory about the origin of names. That wasn't his only intention. New theory, just hopi wala dena. Why would he criticize those two again in the end? So, criticize two influential views. Now, I'll take you to the first para and show you here. Generally regarded in two major ways. ये दिख रहा है आपको? Look at this. फौरन पता चल गया, ओके, इसका मुद्दा, इसका इशू यही है. Two major ways. He doesn't like those two major ways. Both of which deny that names have any this. किसका? Whose two major ways? Mill and Levi-Strauss. Right? Names have been neglected. Meanings and functions have been neglected. But among the Hopi, names refer to this. फिर ऑथर ने बोला चलो मैं इन दोनों इन्फ्लुएंशियल की वाट लगाता हूं होपी के सारे डिटेल्स देके. Right? So, he started with his criticism. Started with that. And then the first line of every para, okay, specific event, right? So this is again to kind of prove them wrong. This one, the fourth paragraph, they indicate social relationship something, and then he comes up with this. So my main point is, why is he mentioning these two names again in the end? He starts with these two names, ends with these two names. So his main issue was names, right? Names. एक सेकेंड रुकना गाइज, मेरा इसका ना हैंग इन देयर, बैटरी वो हो रहा है, लेट मी जस्ट चेंज इट. ऑडियो अब सही रहेगा. Okay, so the main thing was, guys, he was trying to prove two thinkers or two lines of thinking wrong. You got it? ठीक है, अभी मैंने समझा दिया है, आपको समझना है तो ठीक है. So this was a tricky question. ठीक है, you shouldn't have attempted it if you weren't sure. लेकिन करेंगे तो आप जरूर, मार्क तो आपने करना है. यही होगा D-Day में भी. Okay, I agree with this answer. Fine, I was left with this and this. ये और ये. Anthropo study of Hopi names. भाई फिर वो उन दोनों के नाम क्यों देता, स्टार्ट क्यों करता उससे. So I could eliminate this and this easily. ये दोनों बच रहे थे. This one was pretty easy. बोलो ये किसका wrong हुआ भाई? ये 61. बोलो. Got it? Arithro? This one was good. Imagery सबसे पहला true. First para, last line. Capacity to produce aesthetic delights, last para. Right? The ability to be understood as oral text, यही तो बोला है. To give identity to individuals, कहाँ है passage में, किधर? मतलब was it this, ये poetic quality? Each of the following features of this contributes to the poetic quality. So the poetic quality was because identity मिला individuals को? No. Yeah, this one was good. Star question. Then, with which of the following statements about Mill's view most likely to agree? अभी देखो, इसको मैं बता रही हूँ, रॉन्ग हुआ होगा आप लोगों का. मिल, इसमें चले जाओ. शर्मा जी बहुत देर से आप क्लास में आके हेलो स्नेहा, हेलो वंशिका, हेलो तेजस्विनी, हेलो आयुषी, यही चल रहा है। कहीं आप भूल तो नहीं गए कि आप टिंडर पे नहीं आए हो? दिस इज शबाना मैम की क्लास, यहाँ थोड़े लोग पढ़ने आ जाते हैं और वो लड़कियाँ आपकी टीचर नहीं है, मैं हूँ यहाँ पर। चलो यहाँ फोकस करो आप। हाँ, सो पर्सनल नेम्स आर जनरली रिगार्डेड बाय यूरोपियन थिंकर्स इन टू मेजर वेज। समझ गए शर्मा जी? शर्मा जी का लड़का मूवी आई थी, ऐसे ही चपेट पड़नी चाहिए आपको। Okay, two major ways, both of which deny philosophy, linguistics. By there is some kami in this, right? Proper names are meaningless, retains currency. Just for the sake of it, it's there, right? So this is not good enough according to the author. Claude Levi, इसका भी कुछ problem है, but you know it has been influential. We go back to this and eliminate. Now, ये वाला हो गया था, हाँ ये, right. It is more accurate, faulty comparison, right शर्मा जी? है ना? Out. It would be correct if it recognized the names. Social classification. So social classification किसका था? वो दूसरे वाले बंदे का था, लेवाई स्ट्रॉस का. So क्या इसका करेक्ट हो जाता? Mills would have been correct had it recognized as instruments of this. Again bakwas. So it was between this and this, right? Elimination was this way. Its influence single-handedly led scholars to neglect. Do you see this? Cause, effect. Wrong cause, effect. Its influence. Oh, it became influential and then single-handedly, wow, led scholars. Because of that, scholars started to neglect. No, simple. Its characterization is too narrow to be universally applicable. कुछ कमी है उसमें, right? So this was doable. Then next one, primary function of the second para. क्यों लाके दिया है उसने? How could you guys miss this thing in the first line of the passage? This shocked me actually. Semantic content. Both of which deny that names have any significant semantic content. अब चला ऑथर इसको प्रूव करने that semantic content होता है. ये दोनों गधे नहीं प्रूव कर सकते हैं, हमारा होपी क्लैन प्रूव करेगा. Got it? ठीक है? So ये पूछा है आपसे, ये रिचुअल इनिशिएशंस, ये है ना फंक्शन ऑफ द सेकेंड पैरा. Thus, a name might translate to something as simple as this, right? ये तो again like wrong हुआ ही होगा, I'm sure. पता है इसमें आपने क्या मार्क किया होगा? Poetic compositions तो eliminated. Events, ये वाला. Argue the fact that Hopis receive many names throughout life refutes European theories. ये भी eliminate हो गया होगा, but ये main आप लोगों ने B मार्क किया होगा. Yes, Tejaswini, I'll tell you why not B. Sneha, you mark D, okay. Support the claim that Hopi personal names make reference to events in the recipient's life. Where was his claim? Is this his claim? That paragraph was just some evidence, some proof to support his big claim that names should not be taken only for the literal meanings or the functional aspects. Names can have semantic content, semantic meaning, semantic references. The big claim was that. You went with just that particular paragraph, okay, events in recipient's life. Did he make a claim? Personal names make reference to events? किधर था इसका ये claim? ये बता दो. So function of the second paragraph, function, Tejaswini, try to understand this organization question clearly, please. He did not ask you, Tejaswini, what can be inferred from the second para. आपका जो ये क्वेश्चन आंसर आपने जो मार्क किया ना, this क्वेश्चन इसका होता what can be inferred from the second para. Okay, तो ये कट जाता. Hopi personal names make reference to events in recipient's life. Your question is, why is he writing it, beta? Why is he writing it? Claim दे दिया इसने, ये दोनों गधे हैं, इनके उसमें डेफिनेशंस में दम नहीं है. होपी वाला लेके मैं प्रूव करूंगा. क्या प्रूव करूंगा? द क्लेम इज दैट नेम्स शुड हैव मोर मीनिंग, सेमांटिक, ये जो कुछ भी कनेक्शन. हाउ विल आई प्रूव इट? आई विल ब्रिंग इन वन पैराग्राफ विद दिस कि देखो होपी की जिंदगी में ये बर्थ एंट्री समथिंग ऐसा ऐसा ऐसा, सो नेम्स कीप चेंजिंग, दे कनेक्ट विद द कॉन्टेक्स्ट, ऐसा. गॉट इट? So his main claim was something else. You guys digressed. Okay? Hopi personal names may have semantic content. The moment I saw semantic content, I was able to mark as my answer because मुझे पता है semantic content ही तो मुद्दा है इसका. The first line of the passage. Right? Okay. Next. Which one of the following statements describes an example? Levi Strauss. भाई उसने बोला वहां पे simple, क्या बोला? जाके देखो. सोशल क्लासिफिकेशन. सोशल क्लासिफिकेशन कैसे होता है? कैसे होता है सोशल क्लासिफिकेशन? इट इज लाइक हाउ, व्हाट यू वर्क, आई मीन व्हाट यू डू, वेयर यू वर्क, राइट? चलो, सो दिस वन, आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ व्हाट यू डिड, दिस इज द ओनली वन दैट गोज विथ इट, राइट? ओके, चलो नेक्स्ट. The author most likely refers to Western Apache place names. Western Apache का पूरा पैराग्राफ था, है ना? उसमें कौन से clans का नाम दिया था. Now, you go back to this. Here. ये. More often though, the name giver has in mind a specific event. Literal translation से connected नहीं है. That is not, मतलब that is not obvious in this. ये is named this. This translation tells nothing about either the event. कोई वो नहीं है. Why? I'll tell you. इसके पहले वाले पैराग्राफ में he talks about events, rituals. Then here he says the name giver has in mind that is not clear in the name. So if one lizard clan member is named Lumavia, beautifully ascended. The name giver in this case is from Badger clan. So what is happening here? Beautifully ये सब skim करके, the condensed image this name evokes, typical feature displays the same quality. Western Apache place names that led one commentator to call them tiny imagist poems. Right? So why is he giving the names? To tell you that the names, I mean sometimes it's not obvious कौन से clan के हैं आप, या so जो भी connection है. Right? So, now, Western Apache place names in order to apply a commentator's characterization, naming practices to Hopi personal names, this is fine. Offer an example of how names can contain references not evident in their literal translations. Do you see this? Offer an example of how names can contain references. How many of you marked A? Tell me guys. Yes, Neha, that's what I'm asking. Why not A? Bolo. A is a trap. Why, Arithro? Yes, marked D. Okay. You finally marked B. Very good. Why not A, Arithro? Can contain references not evident in their literal translations and apply a commentator's. Refers to this in order to do what? What is he doing? Western Apache place ले करके Western Apache place का जो भी, ठीक है? So, यहाँ देखो. More often, the name giver has in mind a specific event that is not apparent in a name's literal translation. So the event is not clear in that, right? So it will be either this line or this line. That's the claim, right, Tejaswini? Exactly, it's either this or this. So यहाँ पे बोला है displays the same quality of Western Apache place names that led one commentator to call them this. So, same quality of place names, right? So, between this and this, ये क्या बोल रहा है? More often than not an apparent literal translation. But this is not exactly connected with the question. उसने क्यों ये example दिया है? Right? अब यहाँ पे एक और चीज देख लो everybody. Western Apache place names. The condensed image this name evokes, a typical feature of this, the condensed image displays what? Same quality of this that led one commentator. Now, same quality of Western Apache. So Western Apache का क्यों जिक्र किया? To show that there is some similarity between this and Imagist poems जो Hopi का है, right? So this is definitely not what the question is asking you. Okay? In order to do what? Apply a commentator's characterization of this naming practices to Hopi. Characterization. He is drawing up the similarity between Apache and Hopi. This. So this is your answer. Contrast नहीं है, similarity निकाल रहा है. This is what this option is saying. Other names, bakwas. Demonstrate that other names beside Hopi names may have some semantic content. No. Hopi का ही बोल रहा है. So other names besides गलत. So it was between A and B. And the last one, main idea. Now इसमें क्या गलत हुआ होगा? Which are used exclusively for identification, both these functions, I'll keep this, tend to neglect, eliminate it. Lacking knowledge of the intricacies, European thinkers have so far been unable to discern the deeper significance. Okay. Linguistic and tribal structures. You must have marked C in this. Sahi tha ye. Wow, Ayushman, this is amazing. Good. While performing the functions ascribed to names by European thinkers, Hopi names also possess a significant aesthetic quality that these thinkers, go back to the last para. Yeah, dekh lo, ye. Equally important though. That's it, that gives you the answer. Main idea. Yes, keyword based, exactly Sneha. Is the poetic quality, understood, oral text, aesthetic delight. This view is thus opposed, not similar to these. Interpreters must understand beauty. Do you see this beauty, significance of Hopi names? This was good. This was a doable question. Right? Now, the point here is why not C? Lacking knowledge of the intricacies of Hopi linguistic and tribal structures. Linguistic and tribal structures, they have no knowledge, they lack knowledge. Is that the reason why it has been neglected? European thinkers have so far been unable to discern the deeper significance. What kind of deeper significance? This has better words. You get it? Right? So we are done with all these 56, 57. Good. This was good brain exercise for you all, and probably you realize that you can get some questions wrong also. So do not become complacent. Okay? Everybody done? Chalo. Relax now. Relax, cool down with this, and then I'll show you the other questions. फटाफट वो तो para completion के हैं, जल्दी हो जाएंगे. Yes, Arithro, you're right. What was your score, Arithro? Yes, Vedamitra, I will help you with that question. Question 58, sure. No time, open gift. अच्छा, ये किस चीज का साइन है? मृगांक, what is this? 6/7, Sneha. Wow. Arithro, 5/6. That's a great score. Sneha, yours too. चलो बताओ. नो, किस चीज का साइन है ये? तेजस्विनी, you are almost there. Come on, ये किस चीज का साइन है? This is Yes, this is what? Like. Like का है ना? Thumbs up किस लिए करते हैं आप? ठेंगा थोड़े दिखाते हैं. Like. This is what? Yes, Geetika, you got it. Well done. No time. This can be gift or present. Right? This is like. No, Sneha, no. No time like the present. You got it. It's such a famous thing. I mean, it's a saying. Got it, everybody? Chaliye. Let's move on now. 63 to 67. 5 questions of para completion. And all these have been taken from Eon and The Guardian. Dig out करके निकाला है उसमें से. चलिए करते हैं इसको. You have to understand paragraph flows. This is what we are trying. ठीक है? चलिए. Question 1. इसमें हर क्वेश्चन के साथ आंसर है, so you can see it. Somebody had asked me, Vedamitra had asked me for 58. We'll go back, Vedamitra. Just let me complete these. Hi, Mohit Bunkar. Come on, guys. Any answers? Yes, Tejaswini. Eliminate karo. Good. This is the Q word. I need the answer because isme, like, we have the answer right after the question. What do you say? Final answer, please. Lock कर दिया जाए. 3 and 4. People are going with 3 or 4. Okay. 4. How can you put government wala thing right here and then go to Socrates? Even forms of government are grounded in how we understand ourselves and human nature. ये दिख रहा है? Self-knowledge, knowledge of others and the world around you. Even government believes in this, or it's grounded in this. Yeah. No, Mrigang, this is so clear. Self-determination depends on this, this, this. So you put it here. Understand ourselves and human nature. Right? Chalo, next. Roll. Relational perspective, where? Come on, guys, this is so good. Astha, Tejaswini. 3. Biswal says 2. Saloni. 4, too late. Great, Tejaswini, I like that. You've caught my sentence. Good. Yes. Very good, everybody. This was like a superb question because relational perspective. These various traits connect with this. So here we cannot put it. This is too early. 1 में. कैसे लगाएंगे? This relational perspective. कहाँ है relational perspective? Yeah. Someone's this. It changes as someone gains or loses roles, relocates, forms new relationships, or shifts beliefs. This perspective emphasizes something. Got it? So this is good. Yay. Yes, Sneha. Sneha, पिछले वाले में आपने पूछा how for. Right, Sneha? Self-determination depends on self-knowledge. खुद को जानना, knowledge of others and of the world around you. Arey, even governments are grounded in how we understand ourselves and human nature. So these are like, this sentence goes with the flow. These are matching sentences. Okay? Chalo, next one, third. जल्दी खत्म करेंगे. I haven't had dinner, feeling hungry. और कौन कौन hungry है आज? This is the clue. As borrowers. You see this? Hungry too? Same here, Karthikeya. Chalo. As borrowers struggle with inflationary pressures. Okay? What do you say? Confusing? 4 too late? Okay. Meanwhile, the government revised downward its GDP growth forecast, reflecting these headwinds. Which headwinds? Okay. Chaliye. Ah, lovely. It comes in here. Why? No, it has to be one here. Why? As borrowers struggle with inflationary pressures and high interest rates, default rates in personal loans are increasing. Can you explain to me how these are increasing? Ye dekh lo. Here. How are these increasing? Personal loans, credit cards, HDFC, Axis, provisioning to cover potential losses, then Reserve Bank of India. Okay, yeah. So it comes here. Nice. 3 क्यों नहीं आ सकता है? I'll tell you. You guys went with 3, right? Banks such as HDFC and this, okay, the Reserve Bank of India is keeping rates elevated, okay. ठीक है? Consumer spending and investment. This dampens consumer spending. So you thought borrowers. No. Look at the flow, guys. Here we come to the market. Consumer spending and investment and production and inflation ऐसे पे आ गया. Here in the first part, he's talking about lending and borrowing. So it has to be this. Clear? Done. Chalo, next. The penultimate question of the day. Interesting question. Come on, guys. I want an answer. You guys are going with 3? Okay. Tejaswini. So what's your answer, Tejaswini? Three, okay. In many communities, mobile phones offer a window to the wider world, okay, but also expose children to risks like this, okay. All right. When physical distance grows, children may seek validation and belonging in digital spaces, sometimes with unforeseen dangers. Okay. Now, the article argues for balance, protecting children without stifling their access to beneficial digital tools. Chali, I'll give you the answer. It has to be 1. Why? Because this was introducing the concept, the problem, the issue. General. Yes. Yes, yes, Sneha. Yes. Safeguarding children in the age of mobile technology sheds light on the tension between this. Arithro, do you see this? Tension between this. Connection, exploration, and protection. How? Can you explain it to me? Yes, I will explain. In many communities, offer a window to the wider world. ये mobile, ये देख रहे हो? Connection, exploration, and protection. So then he talks about the connection part, exploration part, but also exposed to risks like this. So why can't it be as the introductory sentence that introduces the issue to you? Yeah, Sneha. Good. I mean, this really sounded like one, and you know what, all of you tend to miss this point. Even in PJs, I say this. ये जो होता है ना last part of a sentence, try to look for an explanation to that in the next part. This helps me so many times. So यहाँ मुझे दिखा tension between this sheds light. How? What do you mean by this? Connection, exploration, and this. Then he starts explaining. When physical distance, children may seek validation. सब micro है उसके अंदर, वो बड़ी छतरी. Safeguarding children. This is the issue. Right? Chalo, 67. Last one. You should get this. नहीं आयुष्मान बिस्वाल, 30 पैरा कंप्लीशन से कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. बस रीडिंग का फ्लो इंप्रूव करो. दैट विल हेल्प यू इन पीजे, ऑड वन आउट एंड पीसी. Come on guys, you can do this. Can you put one gene in particular here? Eliminate. चिकनी चमेली बज रही है, घर के नीचे बज रहा है वो गाना. अच्छा, so you can't concentrate. चिकनी चमेली नहीं जाएगी कैट देने मृगांक, तुम जाओगे कैट देने. Yeah, come on, what's the answer here? 2, okay. 3. I think this is too early for this. Out. Urban lifestyles evolved. 4 out. It's only 2 or 3. कार्तिकिया, 4 में अगर आप जा रहे हो तो आपकी रीडिंग बहुत वीक है. इंप्रूव करो पहले उसको, तो ही कैट निकलेगा. VARC. Lifestyles evolve, traits, okay, paths. Yes, it has to be 2. यहाँ बोला है scientists sequence 367 whole genomes, found 8 regions. ये. One gene in particular, adaptations, Turkana individuals. What? Regulate fluid balance and cope with meat-rich diets. Right? These adaptations, ये दिख रहा है आपको? ये नहीं दिखा आप लोगों को. These adaptations. Which adaptations? Cope with. Do you get my point? Done. Do this and scoot. Then I'll help Vedamitra with his doubt in question 58. Vedamitra. And the others can also ask doubts. Bolo. Arre Tejaswini, Saloni, you got it. Yes. Never too old to learn. Very good. Today all 3 were like quotes and sayings. Great. Chalo. बाकियों के लिए thanks हो गया. See you soon. Vedamitra, stay back. We'll go to question 53. Sorry, 58. हाँ. बोलो, Veda. नहीं तुम कुछ नहीं बोलो यश, बस चिकनी चमेली गाना लगाओ और डांस करो तुम. थैंक यू कार्तिकेया, एलेक्स, एवरीबडी, बाय बाय. If you were confused in para-completion questions, please improve your reading. 57 चलना है स्नेहा, चलेंगे अभी 57 पे भी चलेंगे. हाँ वेदा मित्रा, I chose B. Okay. Reflects the child's looks or personality. आप इसमें देखो ना वेदा मित्रा, that means interpretation में problem हुई. ये देखो यहाँ कहाँ गया ये primarily instruments of social classification. What is social classification? How can social classification be on looks and appearance? Bolo, Veda. Right? So social classification is ये कुली है, ये इंजीनियर है, ये प्लम्बर है, ये लोअर क्लास है, ये क्या कहते हैं उसको भाई, मिडिल क्लास है, ये टॉप क्लास है, एलीट है, रिच पीपल हैं. दैट इज सोशल क्लासिफिकेशन ना. सो बेरर्स ऑक्यूपेशन. लुक्स और पर्सनालिटी का तो कनेक्शन ही नहीं है. राइट स्नेहा 57, टेल मी व्हाट हैपेंड हियर. व्हाट डिड यू मार्क? नैना बाय बाय, टेक केयर एवरीबडी, सी यू. सेशन खत्म हुआ, लाइक ठोक के जाना. Why not A? Okay. Offer an example of how names can contain references not evident in the. Okay, I'll clear all this and tell you. Wait. चलो स्नेहा इसको solve करते हैं, ठीक है? The author most likely refers to Western Apache place names in order to. Now I'll take you back. यहाँ चलते हैं. देख स्नेहा, more often, पहले तो आप यहाँ से start करोगी. More often though the name giver has in mind a specific event that is not apparent in this. Okay? So it's not apparent in this. फिर ये lizard clan आ गया, name giver ये आ गया, badger clan आ गया. Okay, beautifully something ये आ गया, हो गया ये. The condensed image this name evokes, जो भी इसका नाम था, a typical feature of Hopi personal names. Okay? होपी के पर्सनल नेम्स में एक फीचर है, डिस्प्लेस द सेम क्वालिटी. अब ये देखो यहाँ पे स्नेहा, इस तरह समझो इसको. देर इज अ डैश हियर एंड कहाँ गया, displays the same quality of Western Apache place names that, okay, let them to call this. Okay, feature of Hopi personal names displays the same quality of Western Apache place names. Do you see this same quality? So this is a comparison point. Comparison में it can be similarity or difference. स्नेहा इसको इस तरह याद रख सकती हैं आप. If it is a comparison point, it is definitely a question pocket. So when you are coming here and looking for your answer, and if you see this question pocket, pay attention to that. You get my point? So it was either this sentence or this. So yours was जो आपने mark किया और ये. So यहाँ दे रखा है displays the same quality. Same quality बोले तो ये. Same quality में बोले तो characterization naming practices to Hopi personal names. So characterization of Western Apache to Hopi, simple language में बोले तो he is saying here show the similarity between the two. इसलिए लेके आया Western Apache का नाम. Got it? ठीक है, क्लियर है. चलो एवरीबॉडी. सो वो कंपैरिजन पॉइंट वाला याद रखना, वो पॉइंट, वो ट्रिक. ठीक है, दैट्स अ हैक. कंपैरिजन पॉइंट, सिमिलैरिटी और डिफरेंस, it's a question pocket. If you come across that while you're looking for your answer, take that. Good night Veda, Sneha, everybody, bye bye. हंगड़ी जो है प्लीज जाइए खाना खाइए. Bye guys.